What's going on, guys? This is Raymond Iron by McKinney. Today, I want to talk about awareness and how it's the fundamental power that animates your experience relative to you. Here's where I'm going to make this as simple and straightforward as possible. Awareness, whatever you're aware of. Maybe you hear like traffic in the background, or if you listen, you hear the birds singing or chirping, the wind blowing. They are not in effect until you're aware of them, consciously or unconsciously. Awareness, whatever you're aware of, you give life to. Literally. Say like 9/11 too. I saw a chart by I was listening to one of Greg Braden's videos. We're talking about this kind of stuff where he said like when 9/11 happened, the buildings coming down, the twin towers on September 10th, the day before the actual event happened. This consciousness chart showed like there's a spike that happened the day before 9/11. And what it showed was people on a deep subconscious level. It's like they subconsciously knew without objectively knowing, without consciously knowing some event was going on. It's like maybe when I speak of subconsciously, I'm saying things like some people may have the feeling like something seems odd. And it's like that deeper knowing. It's like, hey, there's something going on. That's where I'm going with awareness. Your awareness, you become aware of something consciously or unconsciously before it physically shows up. Or it's like, say, like if you go from your house to your job, you become aware of like you're actually visualizing or seeing yourself going to your job, whether it's consciously or unconsciously. You're always doing it, guys. You're always visualizing. You're always imagining your experiences before they physically show up. That's literally what we're always doing, moment to moment basis. And when we become aware of our inner conversations with ourselves, the way we talk to ourselves, the way our attitudes are toward life, the way we master our conversations with ourselves, when we direct our inner conversations, we start to see the synchronistic moments in life. I'm telling you guys, the events they're already right there in front of you. But when you're just, many of us are just not aware of them, not consciously aware of them. And when we become subjectively aware of what we desire, like when we really start to, but because here's the thing, guys, everything is here, everything exists, everything in the infinitive creation already exists. It's just becoming increasingly aware of what's already there. Say like I made this in my other previous video. Say like no money's in your bank account or no money's in your wallet. If you become increasingly aware, say like you decree that money's there. It could show up like some random stranger coming, giving you money, saying, "Hey, you look deserving of money," or just these scenes. Or money could just literally just show up out of your wallet. No logical explanation of how it got there. I mean, I worked. There was one time I worked, and I think I was thinking of money, and just out of the blue, $20 bills on the ground on the ramp. It could have fallen out of someone's pocket, or it could have just showed up, just out of nowhere. No logical explanation. Guys, literally, money could show up. You don't have to wait for someone to give it to you. You don't have to wait for your paycheck. All these things. I'm not saying to quit your job, obviously, but I'm saying to be open-minded to the possibilities of how money could show up, how anything could show up, how any experience could show up. So what I'm sharing with you guys is that every subjective or inner experience you have is what reveals itself objectively. And when I say subjectively, I'm talking about like the deeper mind. I try not to use the word subconscious mind so much because it just feels I just don't really. I heard in Neville's. I'm reading Neville's book here, The Complete Reader. He often does. I notice he doesn't use the subconscious word often because it just feels kind of maybe mechanical. I don't know. I try not to use but I'm not saying just using the subconscious mind is wrong, but I try to use words like subjective or deeper mind or just the inner conversations. That's those are what reveal objective experiences. And again, guys, everything already exists. Every state exists. You in that perfect relationship already exists. Being a millionaire, billionaire, it already exists. It's just tapping in. It's just think of it as like I made a message earlier saying, I see no poverty or sickness or depression or poverty or sickness in someone. I only see riches and health asleep, untapped within myself. And when I awaken the health and wealth within myself in relation to the person, that person will be wealthy and healthy if they truly deeply desire it. If there's a rapport between us. Like if I now nothing's impossible, guys. But sometimes we don't have to overwhelm ourselves with trying to like go fix the world and all that stuff because guys, you're here for the experience. You are literally here to experience life. We're just passing through states, guys. We're passing through experiences. I think of this video right here. I'm just making this video. I'm passing through experiences. I don't have to go out there and try to prove to anyone I'm this person or I'm that person. I'm doing this for me. I'm making these videos for me. I enjoy sharing videos. I feel compelled making these videos. Guys, it's awesome. It's literally awesome. You can manifest wherever you want. And here's another thing. You know, I hear some people talk about it takes time to manifest certain things, and while it's true, yeah, it to a certain degree it is true. But if you realize that time and space are only conditions of the mind, you can manifest. It's possible to manifest instantly and keep the manifestation. Just realize that you are the operant power of your reality. And the way, like, watch this video. You're aware of this video, and you give power to this. You give life and energy. You give what you put your attention on is what you give energy to. You give energy to this video relative to yourself. Or it's like, say, another person on the other side of the planet. You visualize them. When you visualize them, and you listen to them talk in your own imagination, you give life to that person objectively. When you objectively meet. It's pretty freaking cool, guys. It's pretty cool how all this stuff works. So, guys, it's all about what you become aware of. You literally become aware of your inner conversations. And when you direct them, they reveal that objective experience and reveals back to you in a relative manner. Life is a mirror, guys. And the more it's everywhere you look, guys, it's a mirror. It's just a complex. It's seemingly random, but really, it's just it's fragmented. Everything outside of you is an aspect of yourself, mirrored. Consciousness is a fundamental reality. Collective consciousness is a fundamental reality, and consciousness is affecting, mirroring, and inform itself moment by moment. can't. I just feel like it's why make it harder than it really is, guys? It's literally, and don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged if you hear some people just manifesting faster or slower or faster than you, or whatever. Because time's relative, guys. Time's just time's in the mind. Space is in the mind. When you imagine you're actually collapsing space and time, there is no objective. There is actually no objective space and time. I think of it as like it's a panoramic. It's a panoramic view, and the real and the fundamental worlds within ourselves. Our inner world, our outer world mirrors our inner world. Plain and simple. So change the way you talk to yourself. Be good to yourself. And know that you're deserving. Don't feel guilt. Do not feel guilty of things like materialistic items like a bunch of money or all these things. You're deserving of everything, guys. This is your experience. You can experience life however you want. It's your world. No one's stopping you but yourself. Whatever you put you're only imposing limits on yourself, guys. That's literally, no one else is. No one is stopping you at all. No, not your, maybe like a bot, maybe like someone that's treating you like crap, or I'm not saying to go to extremes. Don't be a doormat. But on a very, 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 very deep level, when you claim your power, that no one is stopping you but yourself. Once you realize and recognize that within yourself, you're the master over your own mind. And when you become in control of your mind, you become the master of life. I think it's the most liberating thing, guys. And in the Bible, it talks about the law of liberty. And Neville talks about the law of assumption. The law of liberty is literally talking about thinking for yourself. To reject or accept ideas that you agree or disagree with. That's the law. That's the law of liberty, right there. If you're in bondage and desire freedom, you can have that freedom, guys. It is literally at your hands. If you're in poverty and you desire riches, you can have it. If you are sick and you desire health, you can have it. It's a state, guys. They're all states. They are all states. And you are the conscious, you are the operating power of your own reality, of your reality. This is a shared experience, guys. It's really that simple. It seems too good to be true, I know. Our logical mind has a hard time wrapping around all this stuff, trying to analyze the absolute, God consciousness or whatever, awareness. It's all the same thing, guys. It's our awareness. What we're aware of is what animates and then mirrors back to us. Awareness of being is God. If you don't like the word God, use just awareness. Use consciousness. Use life. Use life itself or light. They all mean the same thing, guys. I am the light of the world. Or just these scenes. So yeah, I hope this video helps. And just simply change the way you talk to yourself. Change your inner conversations. Change your mental diet. And life is literally yours. So I bless y'all and happy manifesting.